Hi, I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience with these newer LED lights in relation to these older CFL lights. Well, of course you can still purchase them. I got these lights, this LED one at Costco, and in my kitchen here I have several canned lights, as you can see. There's a couple over there. And the one thing that I don't like about the CFLs, which many of you are probably aware of, is when you turn them on they take a while to warm up, so you don't get the bright light right away. So when I was at Costco a couple weekends ago, I saw these LEDs, and I think they were on sale for about $8 or something. So I bought a couple of them, and so I thought, well, I'll just install one to see what it looks like. And so I installed one in the far corner there. That far corner one's an LED, and the closer one here is a CFL. And as you can tell, it's very difficult to see a difference. And the reason being is the Kelvin scale of these lights. You can see on the back of this package here. On this one, the Kelvin, it's kind of the color scale of the light. On this one is, it's hard to see here, but it's 2700 Kelvin, so that's kind of on the warm light scale versus the cool light. So if you like a warmer light, you want to be on the lower end of the Kelvin scale. So I got 2700, and that's the same as the CFLs. The CFLs are also 2700 Kelvin. So when you have one of the LEDs installed, once the CFLs are warmed up, they look like the same color light. So I'm kind of making a transition to the LEDs for two reasons. One, I've got a whole bunch of these I need to use up, and two, these are still pretty darn expensive. You know, $10 basically for a light bulb, and maybe even more if you got maybe a higher quality one. I'm not sure the quality on these Fight electric ones, but they do have the Energy Star rating, and that is supposed to be an indication of at least a minimum level of quality. So if you want to transition slowly, and you've got some of these CFLs, and if you're like me, you don't like how they take so long to warm up, you might try installing these LEDs. Now, in addition to the Kelvin, the other thing you want to look at if you're buying these is you want to look at the lumen scale. This one is 1065 lumens. On here they say that's equivalent to 100 watts, but I actually looked on the Department of Energy website, and 1000 lumens is really closer to about 75 watts of power. So I'm not sure, maybe there's a marketing thing going on there where they're kind of making a higher claim than what's actually going on here. The other thing to note with these LEDs is that they're dimmable. I don't have dimmers in our house, but if you do, you might want to make the switch over to these because they are dimmable. They also are supposed to last quite a bit longer. These are supposed to last up to 25,000 hours versus these CFLs, which are supposed to last up to 10,000 hours. Now I'm pretty sure I won't be living in this house 10,000 hours from now, based on how often we have the lights on in this kitchen. But so if I never have to change a light bulb, I think they've done pretty well. If I have to change one sooner, well, then we'll know that maybe these don't quite live up to the height. The other thing about the LEDs is they're mercury free, where most people are aware that these fluorescents do have mercury in them, and you really should take them to a recycling center so they can recycle them properly and take care of the mercury in those. One other thing that I read about while I was researching the LEDs is apparently it looks like that they do not give off UV light, and that is that's bugs are actually drawn to UV light. So if you're interested in changing your lighting outside, you might go to UV lights, because I've read that people like it. Or you might want to change to the LED lights, because people are saying that doesn't attract the bugs. And I don't know about you, but at my house we got the spider webs all around our lights outside, you know, because of all the bugs being attracted to them. So I think I might try to get some of these LED lights for outside and see if that's true. Alright, I think that's all I had to say. Thank you for watching.